Well, clearly I have not set up the rest of the fence around my garden, but I did start putting the posts. Let me show you. I stole the T-post. Oh God, you're not going to hear this from the wind. I stole the T-posts from the tomato line, and I started putting them up. Okay, trying to find a good place to sit and chat that's out of the wind. Right now it is very wintry. The sky is very wintry. It's not really cold. Yesterday was pretty warm. We've had some cold days, some really cold nights, but right now the sky is like what I would describe as Kentucky winter, where it's just gray. Just like gray. At least the grass is still kind of green. Let me show you here. Gray. Normally it's just like gray and brown. Like if I had to describe Kentucky winter, it would just be gray and brown. And so when it snows, it's great. When the sky is blue, it's great, but otherwise just kind of cold and gray and brown. I'm doing much better. So the last time that I was here on YouTube, made a video, I believe I was spiraling into kind of almost like a depression, based on just the way things have been going, I would say in the world, but really I think it was making me question a lot of my own life and life choices, and maybe it's made you question a lot of your life and life choices and like what's important to you and why you're doing certain things. Back when I worked a long time ago at a job that I really liked at the beginning, and then it kind of got like not very good, and they started laying people off, and they took away our coffee. They took away our coffee in the office, and I think that was really the kicker, where just like morale just tanked. And I remember driving my car. I would drive my car and think like, oh, if only my office would blow up. If only God would blow up my office and I wouldn't have to go to work anymore. And it got to the point where I was driving, I was like, if only my car would crash and I would end up in the hospital, maybe I could quit my job. And that's when I realized you could just quit your job. You don't need God to come in and make something horrible happen to let you quit your job. You could just quit your job. So I found myself having the same thoughts lately. If only the entire world would like collapse, like civilization as we know it, then I could throw myself into really farming and doing all the things that I want to do that aren't very, I feel like, acceptable by society standards. I realized that there's a problem. And then so I was like, whoa, this is not a good line of thought. You want civilization to collapse so that you can do the things you really want to do? Why don't you just figure out what it is that you want to do and just do it? So obviously we've done things that we want to do. Here we have chickens. I think they're great. I'm so happy about them. We have a garden. I'm very happy about that. But I want more. And actually, when I say I want more, what I really mean is I want less. I want less. We were in real estate, and I feel like we had to build like a real estate empire type of thing. And I realized I don't necessarily want that right now. That was like the go, 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 get it type of attitude that is expected. And now I'm just like, if nobody ever saw what you did, would you still do it? Also asking the question, are you doing this because it's what you want to do or because it's what society says you should do? Or do you have this belief because you've decided it's true, or because you've just been told that this is the truth and this is the way it is, you know, forever? So much questioning. Maybe you guys have been going through the same thing. I know this has been a weird 2 years. 2 years. That's when it kind of started for me, because that's when I was kind of slammed back into being here around home and just changing my outlook on stuff. And I realize it's been a long time, and I need to mull things over like a lot. I do an inordinate amount of thinking on things instead of I want to do stuff, but sometimes I have to really think things through before I do them. So I've been doing a lot of thinking and mulling and just being deep in my thoughts. And I actually got off of social media pretty much entirely, because I did have a Instagram, and sometimes I put stuff on Facebook, and then I was just like, I don't want anybody to see me. I don't know if you guys ever do that, where I'm just like, I just don't want anybody to see me. I want to make my decisions. I want to make sure that all the decisions I'm making, all the things I'm doing, are for me and my family, and not for anybody else. And I really want to make sure that my thoughts are my own. And and just kind of like draw in. So that's what I've been doing, and trying to determine when's a good time to like come back out, if I even want to. And it's funny, I posted something on Instagram and then people like said stuff to me. I was like, oh, don't look at me. And I just like got back off again. But I feel like there's some changes inside that are coming, and they have to do with this property and our homestead, which up until now, I mean, you can look at my original video, it's not really a homestead yet. It's some chickens and a garden. But I feel all that's going to be changing, and I'm really excited about it, and I want to share all that on here. So basically that's it. I was just doing a super quick video that probably is going to end up being longer than I thought it was, just to say that if you're rethinking your life, it's okay. That's the other thing. I was like, but I said I was going to do this over here, and this is what I was really going to do. And it's like, it's okay to change your mind. It's okay to figure out what you really want, and it's okay to change your mind about what you really want and go a different direction. Perfectly fine. I've done it numerous times in my life so far, and it's perfectly okay to do that. So if you are questioning things, if you are digging deeper, if you are saying, how did I get here? Is this even what I really want? Or if you're thinking, I wish, society would collapse so that I can do what I really want, maybe you should figure out what it is that you really want to do and do it. And let me know in the comments if you have had any of these thoughts recently or otherwise, and we can work through them together. So that's it for right now. I'm gonna go back inside where it's a little bit warmer, and I will update you on all the stuff that we're going to be doing. I know we're going into winter, so there won't be a ton of activity here, but there's definitely gonna be some things happening. Happy December.